I'm gonna say something that's probably or would probably break some people's brains. I don't have an audience, so it probably won't break anyone's brains. But I came to a realization, right? Because I'm a fan of history. And I know that right before World War II, there was a lot of popular sentiment going on the airwaves in America. And it happened to be pro fascist, pro Nazi sentiment. It hit the airwaves at that time were very deregulated. It was a new information technology, right? And fascism was on the rise across the world, and a lot of Americans, particularly Americans in, for instance, the South or otherwise other places that were hit particularly hard by the Great Depression, a lot of people were sympathetic to the speech that was being said, Nazi speech. And if I remember right, the FDR administration decided to enact regulations on the airwaves. They regulated that news organizations had to have a center bias to them. They had to provide context and information about multiple perspectives on issues in like a bipartisan manner. The fact of the matter is that those regulations, which existed for decades, were by most legal professionals today considered unconstitutional, right? And the fact is that at some point, I think it was in the 80s, if I remember right, or late 70s, 80s, one of those, the federal government in America decided to deregulate the media market. And what did you get? We've been getting ever since what, the 80s, 90s, conservative talk radio, further and further right content. And now you see that the political position of the Conservative Party and even the Democratic Party has shifted more and more right. And now we have fascists who are in power. You know, I think I've come to the realization that I'm not exactly pro First Amendment anymore. Like, I do believe in freedom of expression to a degree, but holy shit.